6 Actors who dislike Tom Cruise. Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is widely known as a talented actor who also happens to be incredibly attractive. When he worked with Tom Cruise on the 1994 film Interview with the Vampire, conflicts emerged between them. Pitt admitted that Cruise bugged him while filming, and that there was a point when he really started resenting him. They took different approaches to acting and stardom, with Cruise leading a more star-centered lifestyle that Pitt did not understand. While Pitt disliked it, he agreed that their underlying competition made it difficult for them to connect. They were colleagues, not friends, and tales about their ongoing feud have persisted. John Travolta. There has always been rumors of a rivalry between Tom Cruise and John Travolta, both prominent members of the Church of Scientology. Brendan Teig, the former head of security at Scientology headquarters, stated Travolta was jealous of Cruise's privileged status within the group. Notably his close relationship with Scientology's leader, David Miscavige. Teig stated that Cruise had several advantages, such as custom-made presents and private favors, but Travolta did not. It's also said that Cruise and Travolta have always loathed each other, however their genuine relationship has remained unknown due to the secrecy of Scientology. Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields and Tom Cruise were formerly close, particularly when she acted in his debut picture, Endless Love, in 1981. However, everything changed when Shields wrote about her experience with postpartum depression in her memoir. Cruise criticized her on television, claiming she was spreading irresponsible information about psychiatry. He claimed that after joining Scientology, he no longer agreed with psychiatry. Shields responded with an opinion post encouraging him to focus on fighting aliens, a reference to his Mission Impossible films. She also remarked that Cruise had probably never suffered postpartum depression and was therefore unqualified to speak on the subject. Mickey Rourke. After Top Gun, Maverick grossed nearly $1.5 billion, many praised Tom Cruise for saving the film industry. However, Mickey Rourke, who has appeared in films such as War Hunt and Hunt Club, was unimpressed. He told Piers Morgan that Cruise's success did not surprise him, because he had played the same type of part for 35 years. Rourke claimed Cruise had not challenged himself as an actor in a long time, and when asked if he believed Cruise was competent at acting, Rourke bluntly dismissed him as irrelevant. Richard Harris. Richard Harris, famous for his bold and rebellious personality, had strong opinions about how actors like Tom Cruise were reshaping the movie industry, particularly as Harris' own career began to wind down. He didn't hesitate to express his distaste for Cruise, criticizing not just his acting, but also his image as a Hollywood star. While acknowledging Cruise's well-maintained appearance, particularly his bright and perfect teeth, Harris sarcastically questioned whether Cruise had ever read a book, implying that the actor's intellect was questionable. Harris also mocked Cruise's height, referring to him as a midget, and ridiculing the fact that Cruise surrounded himself with extremely tall bodyguards, making him seem even smaller. Harris drew a sharp contrast between their lifestyles, emphasizing the differences in their approach to fame. Harris, who had a reputation for indulging in his vices, recalled attending film premieres with a bottle of vodka in hand. In contrast, Cruise, a clean-living image, would attend similar events with nothing more rebellious than a bottle of Evian water, which Harris used as a symbol of the disparity in their choices and personalities. Leah Remini. Leah Remini, best known for her role on the TV sitcom King of Queens, developed a tense and critical relationship with Tom Cruise due to his deep involvement in Scientology, especially after Remini left the church in 2013. as someone who had once been involved in Scientology herself. Remini began to speak out about the church's practices, and she didn't hesitate to call out Cruz, one of its most high-profile members. She used her social media platform to warn the public not to be deceived by Cruz's charming movie star persona, asserting that he knew full well what goes on behind the closed doors of Scientology. Remini's criticism didn't stop there. In a lawsuit against Scientology, she labeled Cruz as second in command within the organization, accusing him of playing a pivotal role in enforcing the church's strict and controversial rules. She claimed that in Scientology, criticizing Cruz was considered a serious offense, even going so far as to call him evil at one point. Over the years, Remini has consistently used her public platform to fight against Scientology, with Cruz becoming a central figure in her campaign against the church's practices, as he remains one of its most influential members.